Hey friends, welcome back. So I asked you guys some questions. I haven't even been back on to the question thing because I think everybody pretty much had the same question. So here is my Q&A. Let me just go ahead and give you guys a little disclosure. My lips are dry and I don't have any lip balm next to me, and I'm too lazy to get up and go get my purse. And so I may lick my lips a lot, and I do have a juice right here because I get thirsty a lot, and I may have to pause and go pee because I pee a lot. And I'm sure I pee on myself. That happened today, but I can't help it. I think it's quite hilarious. It's not my fault. Alright, so obviously, if you guys have not watched the other video, let me just do a little intro. I'm with child. I'm expecting. So if you have not watched the other video about my new life, I just moved. We are partially settled, and I asked you guys some questions because you guys have been with me for like the last 3 years now. And so I am semi-private. I do try to keep my life private a little bit, but I did open my life up to you guys. So it is what it is. So I do want to share some things with you. All right, so I pretty much got all the questions down here. Some of them I thought were super hilarious. So here is the first question. All right, let's get started. Who is this new guy and where did you meet? So the new guy is, so we don't have to go into detail. I've known him for like 25 years. Our families live right next door to each other. We kind of grew up together, and we actually dated back in the day. I think we were like 14 and 15. We were like long distance boyfriend and girlfriend. And then we broke up, and we hadn't spoken for a while. And long story short, he went through something, I went through something, and I was calling him to check on him. He was calling me to check on me. I actually called him when I went through like my whole thing, and I was like crying, and he's just a really good friend. And yeah, that's where I met him. I met him like 25 years ago or 26 years ago. He is actually 40 and I'm 39. So we've been friends since we were like 14. And I thought it was really funny. Somebody put, so since you just met this guy and pregnant, I hope he sticks around. Assumptions. I did not just meet him, okay? I've known him for years. Do I know the gender? Yes, I know the gender. And I am very careful when I talk about the baby, okay? I always say he or she or them or they. Yeah, I just think it's a mystery. I was not going to find out, but I ended up doing a blood test, and they called me to tell me about my blood test, and they were like, do you want to know the gender? And I was like, I could pretty much feel it in my soul. I think I know what it is. And then the nurse was like, well, what do you think it is? And I told the nurse what I thought it was, and then she told me I was correct. And I was like, oh, I know the gender. So I kind of wanted to wait, but I'm an impatient person, let's just face it. So yes, I do know the gender, but however, you guys don't. I kind of just released the gender to my friends. I did do a gender reveal kind of sort of video to Boo Thang's mom. So if you guys want a gender reveal video, thumbs up and let me know in the comments, and then I will post it. Otherwise, I probably won't tell you guys. Unless you really want me to. When am I due? In 2019. Do I want a boy or a girl? It didn't matter to me. Do I have any names picked out? Yes, this baby is already named. Will there be a gender reveal? If you guys want one. Are the girls excited? Ava cried when I told her. She was so excited. My family's reaction, my mom pretty much said, I said, do you want me to, my mom's reaction was, I think I said, do you want to know something funny? And she was like, you're pregnant. And I was like, she's like, no, you're not. I was like, yes, I am. And then so I actually did not tell my sister because my sister was getting ready to have her babies. They weren't born yet. And I didn't want to take my sister's joy away. So I did not tell my sister because I wanted it to be all about her when she had her baby. So I actually just told my sister yesterday. Yeah, just yesterday. All right. How did I tell the girls? I actually just told Tupi like a week ago, and I told Ava and I recorded it. So if you guys want to see a reaction video, I will show you that. What was my family's reaction? That was my family's reaction. I told my cousins and my they everybody was, you know, happy for me, excited, and like, oh my god. And I was like, yeah. Let's see here. How did I tell Boo Thing? I called him on the phone because I can't keep a secret to save my life. If it's for my partner, my significant other, I cannot keep a secret. If my friends tell me a secret, I can keep a secret. But because it was Joy, I just was like, I called him and I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah. He was actually like putting together his PlayStation. And I was like, hello? And he was like, I can't remember how it was, but he was like, I don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but he was excited. He was like not sad or depressed. I wanted to do like a whole like video, but I just couldn't wait. I was just too excited. What did I do when I found out? I think I said, oh shit. I actually took a test at work because my period normally comes in the morning and it didn't come. And my period is like every month the same, but I had skipped periods, and I think it was just because of stress and everything. So I'd actually got on the pill, and like my whole system was messed up. It was crazy, I guess. And so I took a test because it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I went to the dollar store, I bought a test, and I was like, because my period hadn't come. My period comes at like 11 o'clock in the morning. And so like the line was really light, and I was like, I took 5 and I still didn't believe it. The next morning I took a digital and it said positive, and I was like, I cried, and I called Boo Thing because he was already at work, and I was like literally crying. I was like, there's really like a baby inside of me. I like had the whole ugly face cry. I actually recorded that. I've been vlogging this just privately to myself. So I will probably insert some stuff in a video, not in this video. This is just a Q&A. So I did not believe it until I took a blood test. And then when I took a blood test, I actually had to get another blood test. So I still didn't believe it. I did not believe it until I actually had like an ultrasound. And I was like, are we sure? Like, I was like, because I'm 39, you know, I'm old. Okay, 39 is not old. But I was like, are we sure? So yeah, that's what I did. Like, I didn't believe it. Did I plan this? No, not at all. How old am I? 39. How do I feel? Morning sickness. Okay, I don't know what morning sickness is, y'all, because I have like all day sickness. Well, right now I'm fine, but that shit was like all day long, like all day, all night. I was actually even in the hospital a few times for dehydration because it was so bad. Like, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I was just puking my guts out. It was like horrible. How did I hide it for so long? I wanted privacy. I just wanted to like keep it to myself. Sweatshirts, and I hibernated in the house. Like, I pretty much was like Kylie Jenner and like just did not go out. A couple of people ran into me in the stores. I like swore them to secrecy. I was like, please don't tell anyone. I didn't want people to expose it before I did. I ran into some people, they wanted to take pictures, and I was like, okay, waist up in case you post it on the internet or on Instagram. I didn't mind. I just didn't want people to expose it before I did, and I wasn't ready to tell everyone yet because I wanted to enjoy it to myself. Someone mentioned something about high risk. Yes, I am high risk. I will do a whole nother video in high risk. It has to do with my age and also past pregnancy. So that's why I am high risk. When should you stock up for diapers for pregnant women? Excuse me. I think this is funny. So a lot of people were like, so now we know why you were stocking up on diapers. No, I honestly was stocking up on diapers because we did have 2 sets of twins in my family. My sister had a set of twins and my cousin had a set of twins. I don't know how people just have twins like that because we have never had twins in our family, and all of a sudden we had 2 sets of twins back to back within a month apart. So yes, I was buying diapers for them, and then I was also buying diapers for myself, but I still have a lot of time to stock up on diapers, so the diapers really were for them. How do I stay so positive? Because I'm 6 feet above ground. Like, I don't think, to me, like, what is life if you want to be depressed, if you want to be sad? Of course, I go through shit just like everybody else. I mean, I went through a whole divorce. I went through selling my house. I went through coming home to just a house. It wasn't a home. Like, it was a place where we just slept. It didn't feel like home. We had taken all of our pictures down. Like, I go through the same shit everybody else does, except that my life is just on camera. And I did have like this perfect life, and guess what? That shit came tumbling down, and it was like, oh my gosh, like, I felt like everybody always would say, oh, relationship goals. No, let me just tell you guys, don't ever let someone else's relationship be your relationship goals, because I thought I had the perfect marriage and I didn't. It tumbled and it crumbled, and I wouldn't wish what I went through on anybody. Like, it was just, I stay positive because I have daughters and I don't want them to see me sad. Like, I don't want them to see me like just down. And I try to always have the best outlook on life. You guys know I've talked about this before. My stepdad shot my mom and committed suicide 7 years ago, and it was 2 days before Peyton was born. And it's like, my mom got through that. My mom survived, thank God. If you didn't know that, I did talk about that in a tragedy video. So it's like, my family has been through a lot, and so for my mom to come out of that, and my mom is still living, and I'm very fortunate to still have my mom, I try to just stay positive about a lot of things, because I just feel like life is too short to be sad, and that's why I moved on with my life, because life is too short. You only get one life, so you shouldn't really care what anybody else thinks. You shouldn't care about anybody's opinion. As long as it makes you happy, I think you should do it. Like, you can't have someone else live your life for you, because guess what? When you die alone. And if somebody's going to gossip about you, they're going to gossip about the next person when you're no longer here. So live your life to the fullest. That's how I look at my life. Do I want more kids? No. This gonna be the last one. I would probably have as many kids as I could, but I'm a C-section mama, and it's not safe to have a lot of C-sections, so this is gonna be my last one. It says, since you downsize, will I slow down on couponing? I only downsized. I went from a 5-bedroom to a 4, so the only thing is my other house was 2-story. A 1-story. My coupon and stockpiling stuff was in my garage, so I'm not gonna slow down. I still have like the same amount of space as far as like stockpiling stuff. How do I balance parenting an athlete and small kids? Well, it's not easy because you run around 24/7. And currently right now, if you guys, some of you guys knew that Ava got hurt. Ava has a broken bone. She has a fracture, and she's actually on crutches for the next 4 weeks. And she actually cannot play sports for 3 months. So currently we kind of have a break. I hate it for her because she cannot put any weight on that leg. And she has to be on crutches for a month. So it kind of sucks because I'm missing out on screaming for my kid at games. But at the same time, it's kind of like we get a break from not running around, because I guess like the move was like, oh my gosh, my move happened like it was crazy. I'll do a whole video on that. What made me decide to get pregnant? God made me decide to get pregnant. I did not decide to get pregnant. P.O. box. I am going to open up another P.O. box, but I haven't had time to. It's just that I just moved and I didn't know where I was going to move, so I didn't know which post office I was going to be at. So I am going to open up another P.O. box, and as soon as I do, I will let you guys know, because y'all know I want them diaper coupons. Do I have any more family trips planned? Actually, no. I was actually going to take Ava to New York for her birthday. I told her, like, after we moved and got settled, I wanted to take her to New York because Ava did just turn 13. I just wanted it to be me and her, but unfortunately, Ava got hurt. She has a fracture and she's on crutches, so we can't go. And by the time that she's off of crutches, I think it's going to be too cold to fly into New York, and I ain't trying to be there in the snow. Will new boo be my cameraman? Does he like coupon, and will I reveal him? Will he be my cameraman? Some days. We were actually talking about that the other day. Some days if I need him to. Does he like couponing? He really doesn't understand it. I try to show him like receipts, but he's like, oh, cool. But I mean, he supports it, but he just doesn't know anything about couponing. Will I reveal him? Probably not. Only because I have learned to just keep some things private. If I do, it will definitely be later down the line and not right now. Just because, I don't know, I'm just really protective of my family right now. I don't know. It's weird. When you're on camera 24/7, I'm not on camera 24/7, but when you're on camera all the other time, other people may not want to be on the camera, and he's actually really shy around people. Like, if it's family and stuff, he's fine, but he's very shy around people. Like, he does not talk, but in the house, he's motor mouth. Fine. Oh, and let me just tell Jennifer Gonzalez, please tell your husband that we are friends, and you do know me. Oh, because Jennifer was like telling her husband about me and stuff, and he was like, you don't even know her. Yes, you do. Okay. We are friends. All right. All right. Someone said, do I coupon at HEB? I really don't coupon for groceries that much because I coupon for other stuff. I really don't care how much I spend on groceries. I know that it's sad and pathetic, but I honestly don't. I just want to go in the store, get the food, whatever my kids like. I'm thirsty. Whew. Y'all be thirsty. I just don't coupon a lot for groceries, and so many people do. Like, so many people do so many of these deals, but y'all, I work full-time, so I'm not a full-time couponer. And even if I didn't work full-time, I don't think I would be at the store every day. As a couponer, couponing is very draining. The same deals roll around. It is something that I am very passionate about, and I actually really love doing it. But I don't want to coupon every single day. Like, I don't want to go to the store and do deals every single day. I learned when I was moving how many boxes of makeup I had that I didn't even know. I found bags, CVS bags of stuff that I just bought and didn't even know. I didn't even put it away. It was just like in a closet. And I'm like, seriously? I have learned a different way of couponing after finding all of that stuff. All right, my reaction to finding out I was pregnant, I think it was like, oh shit. That was like, I think I answered that question already. Somebody said marriage in the future. I'm not thinking about marriage right now. No, I'm not thinking about marriage. Like, I believe in marriage, but I don't know. Like, I'm just not, it's not something that I'm thinking about. And even some people may say, oh, but you're pregnant. But yeah, just because you're pregnant doesn't mean that you have to be married, because you could be married and guess what? Vows can be broken, a marriage cannot work out, whatever. I mean, I take marriage very seriously. I'm totally for marriage. I believe in it, but I don't think that it's something that you just have to rush into do. My whole way of thinking about marriage is like a whole nother topic. All right, so now here is the big question. My ex. I don't know, I don't know how you guys function. Excuse me. But imagine if you got divorced and then you moved on in a relationship and then you got pregnant and people started asking you, girl, what did your baby daddy or what did your ex-husband think about that? Would you be like, I didn't call him and ask him for validation? I mean, we're divorced. He's my ex-husband. And that's pretty much it. He's my past and I'm on to my future. That's all I can say. I no longer want to discuss him because I don't want to continue to talk about it. I want to move on to my future and I don't want to be stuck in the past. So just put yourself in my shoes. If you were with someone for so long and then everybody constantly asks you about this person and then you're just like, would you be asking your ex, well, what do you think about me having a baby? I don't think he's going to call me and ask me about his relationship. I mean, we both moved on with our lives. That's all I can say. And I'm looking towards my future and not my past. And I have a new life and I'm happy in my new life and I just want to move forward. So I just do not want to discuss that anymore. That is the past. And I'm sure if you guys are broken up with someone or you divorced and you moved on in your life, you don't want to constantly talk about your ex anymore. Even though the world would want to know, you just don't want to talk about it. And that's how I feel. And I know everybody wants to ask me all of these questions, but at the end of the day, it's just not something I want to constantly talk about. I want to move forward. And let's just move forward and talk about the present. Don't go backwards. Go forward. I think that is a big thing, how people do not move on. They are stuck and they are thinking about their past and they can't move forward because they can't let go. So many people have told me in comments, emails, DMs, you guys don't understand how many messages I've received. Me talking about this on camera has given so many people strength to move on. My whole thing is, like I said before, you only get one life to live. You shouldn't care about what anybody else thinks. I don't think that you should be sad. Of course, if you were ever hurt in a relationship, you are going to hurt. You're going to need time to heal. You are going to cry. Whatever the case may be, take that time to yourself. Cry. It is okay to cry. That is what I did. I think you should connect with yourself. Do what you got to do. Get some alone time. Find your own independence. And then you just move on. Because I can promise you one thing. If you are sitting being sad, whoever you're with, trust me, they not sitting being sad. They moved on with their life. So don't sit there and be sad. Move on with your life. Sometimes it hurts to let go. But if we don't let go, we will never know what else is out there for us. And so what I can end this with, nobody wants to be happy when their family is broken up, but I can only say that everything happens for a reason because I did not plan this. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, where would I be today? I definitely wouldn't have said this, but I can honestly say that, God had bigger plans. I'm doing God's work right now, and I am a firm believer in God. I always prayed, but I never prayed as much as I did, over the last few months. I prayed a lot. I mean, so much. I prayed, I cried, I prayed, I cried, I prayed, I cried. And I'm doing God's work, and it was God's plan for me to be where I'm at today. It was God's plan. If you guys know, 4 years ago, I was at the doctor's office ready to schedule a hysterectomy. Went through all the steps, talked about it and everything. I just needed to call them and tell them what date. I ended up not calling, and look where I'm at today. This is God's work. That's all I can say. It was all in God's plans. He had bigger plans. A baby is a blessing, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I'm highly favored. I can't complain. So I'm happy where I'm at today. So that's all I can say about that. So some things happen and you don't want them to, so you let go and you move forward, and I got a bigger blessing. So that is it. I hope this Q&A answers a lot of questions, but again, I just wanted to tell you guys, I do not want to be stuck in my past. I just want to move forward. I totally respect you guys for wanting to ask me so many questions and wanting to know so many answers, but I'm just like you guys. I have a life, we go through things, and I just want to move forward. So let's leave the past in the past and focus on the future. With that being said, I have so many more videos coming. I'm going to answer more questions, especially about high risk. I also get McKenna injections. If you don't know what those are and you're curious, you can look it up. But yeah, I get McKenna injections. That's another thing of being high risk. And I think that's it. So thank you guys for supporting me. All the love, all the comments. I appreciate the love. You guys don't know how hard it was for me to even like talk about this, but I didn't want to hide it from you guys anymore. I wanted to share it with you, and I'm so happy to share this journey with you guys. And you don't know what it means to me to have the support and the love from you guys. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Look, got my hair did. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me just tell y'all, okay? Look at that. My hair is almost down to my butt. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but it's almost down there. My hair is super long. Okay, let me go. I gotta go. Okay, bye.